A pleasant day to everyone. Before we begin, allow me to ask you something. How are you feeling today? That's wonderful to hear. I hope you are all ready to participate because today's lesson will be fun, interactive, and full of learning. Now, have you ever wondered why some words help us express what we can do, what we should do, or even how actions happen? Every word in a sentence has a special role, and today we are going to discover some of those important roles. Okay, let's look to our learning objectives. At the end of the lessons, the students should be able to identify modal verbs, nouns, and adverbs and sentences. Differentiate modal verbs, nouns, and adverbs. And lastly, is to construct sentences using modal verbs, nouns, and adverbs appropriately. Okay, but before we dive into our discussion, let us first warm up our minds with an exciting activity prepared for you. To guide us in our motivational activity, let us welcome Miss Unica Pamintuan.
Good day everyone! My name is Unica Mikada D. Pamintuan. Before we start our lesson, let's have a fun and exciting activity that called the real life word hunt relay. So this activity will help us to remember the some words that we use in every day. We will focus on the modal verbs, nouns, and the adverbs. First, let us look at the three categories on the screen. We have the modal verbs, noun, and adverbs. So for the instructions, I prepared the word cards containing the different modal verbs, the noun, and the adverbs. So the class will be divided into groups. One representative from each group will pick a word card. They read it aloud and place it under the correct category on the screen or on the board. So, after placing the card, the learner will explain why the word belongs to that category. The activity will continue until all the word cards are sorted correctly. So, get ready, think carefully, and have fun learning. Now, let's begin our real-life word hunt relay. And for the modal verbs. So, let's have a 2 minute to do this activity. Okay, are you done, children? I see. Now, let's see the words under the modal verbs. We have can, should, must, and may. Very good. So these words are called the modal verbs because they help express the ability, permission, possibility, or the obligations. Now, let us look at the nouns. I will give you 2 minutes also to do this activity. Okay, are you done, my dear children? I see. Now, let's look at the word under the nouns category. So we have school, cell phone, teacher, and classroom. Very good. So these words are the nouns because they name a person, place, thing, or object. Now, let's move on to that, which is the adverbs. So I will give you also the 2 minutes to do this activity. Okay, now I see that all the class are done. These are the words that under in adverbs category. So we have carefully, very good, yesterday, outside, and softly. So these words are the adverbs because they describe how, when, or where an action happens.
Now, let's talk about the first type of word we are going to learn today, the modal verbs. Before I explain, let me ask you something. How many of you can ride a bicycle? Great. Now, if I say I can ride a bicycle, what does the word can tell us? Exactly. It tells us about an ability, something that a person is able to do. So, what are modal verbs? Modal verbs are special helping verbs that add meaning to the main verb. They help us express ideas such as ability, permission, possibility, advice, or obligation. Think of modal verb as the assistants of a sentence. They don't do the action themselves, but they help explain the action. For the ability, let's start with it. If I say I can swim, the word can tell us that I have the ability or skill to swim. Can you think of something you can do very well? Excellent. So whenever we are talking about skills or abilities, we often use the word can. Next is permission. Imagine you are late and you want to enter the classroom. Would you just walk in? Of course not. You would politely ask, "May I come in, mom?" The modal verb may is used when asking or giving permission. Now, let's talk about advice. Suppose your friend has an exam tomorrow but spends the whole night scrolling through social media. What advice would you give? Exactly, you could say, "You should study hard." The modal verb should is used when giving advice or recommendation. Next is obligation. An obligation is something we are required to. Let's say, for example, we must obey the rules. The word must shows that following the rules is not optional. It is something we are expected to do. Last is we have the possibility. Let's look outside for a moment. If the sky dark and cloudy, we might say it might rain later. Notice the word might. It tells us that something is possible, but we are not completely sure. So let's review. If I say I can dance, what does can express? Very good, ability. How about may I borrow your pen? Excellent. You should. Excellent. That would be a permission. The next one is you should eat healthy food. Correct. That would be advised. We must wear our uniforms. We use the word must. Very good. That would be an obligation. Last is it might rain tonight. We use the word might. What could that be? It would be possibility. Thank you so much. So remember this. Modal verbs are helping verbs that add meaning to an action. They tell us whether someone can do something, may do something, should do something, must do something, or might do something. In short, modal verbs help us express what is possible, allowed, recommended, required, or achievable. So thank you very much. My name is Simon Garbel Emma Moro, and let's welcome our next presenter.
Thank you, Teacher Simon, for discussing about the modal verbs. And good day, everyone. I am Maria Alexis Ann, and now I will be discussing our next topic, which is noun. First, let us define what is noun. Class, do you have any idea what is noun? Yes, please, Cyril. Okay, thank you. Tama. A noun is a word that names a person, place, things, or animals. In simple terms, nouns are called naming words because they give names to people, places, objects, and animals around us. For example, teacher, school, table, and dog. These words are all noun because they name something. Okay, now let us discuss the different types of noun. First is the proper noun. Class, Anyone here know what is a proper noun? Okay, please, Justin. Okay, thank you, Justin. A proper noun names a specific person, place, or things. A proper nouns also always begin with a capital letter. For example, Maria, Manila, Philippines. Now, let's proceed to the second type of noun, which is the common noun. Okay, a common noun names a general person, place, things, or animals. For example, teacher, city, and dog. Let's proceed to the next one, which is the concrete noun. A concrete noun are things that we can experience through our five senses. We can see, we can touch, we can hear, or we can smell and taste. For example, book, table, flower. That is the common example. The fourth type of noun is the abstract noun. Abstract nouns refers to ideas, feelings, qualities, or concepts that cannot be seen or touched. For example, love, honesty, and happiness. The fifth type of noun is the collective noun. A collective noun names a group of people, animals, or things. For example, a family, team, flock. The sixth type of noun is the countable noun. A countable noun are nouns that can be counted. For example, apple, student, chair. And the seventh type of noun is the uncountable noun. The uncountable noun are the nouns that cannot be counted individually. For example, water, rice, sugar. And the last type of noun is the compound noun. A compound noun are made up of two or more words that form one noun. For example, toothpaste, classroom, a mother-in-law. To summarize, a noun is a naming word that refers to a person, place, things, or animals. Nouns are important because they help us identify and talk about the people, place, and things around us. We also learned that nouns have different types, such as proper noun, common noun, concrete noun, abstract noun, collective noun, countable noun, and uncountable noun, and compound noun. That is the end of my discussion. Thank you for listening, and now I would like to call on our next reporter. Thank you.
Next are the adverbs. Now, what are the adverbs? Adverbs are used to describe verbs, adjectives, or other adverbs. They tell us how, when, or where an action happens. Adverbs are basically the how-to of the sentence. It helps create a clear picture of a happenings. Now, here are the examples of adverbs: quickly, carefully, softly, and yesterday. Now, here are the examples of adverb in a context to further understand. Describing a verb. She answered carefully. The question is, how did she answer? And the adverb of the sentence is carefully because it is describing how she answered. Now, here's another one. He runs quickly. How does he run? The adverb of the sentence is quickly because it describes how he runs. The next one is describing an adjective. The demo was extremely successful. Now, the question is, how successful? And in the sentence, the adverb describing successful is extremely because it measures the intensity of the demo. The last one is describing another adverb. The team finished the report remarkably quickly. Now, the question is, how quickly? Now, we already know that quickly is an adverb, and remarkably adds to the description of how quickly they managed to finish the report. To further understand the tree, here is a comparison table. First is the modal verb. This shows the ability or obligation. It answers the question, is it possible or permitted? And example words are can and should. The next is noun. Name, a place, a person, thing, or an animal. It answers the question, who or what is it? The examples are teacher and school. The next one is an adverb. It describes an action on when, where, and how it happens. The example words are quickly and softly.
Good day, everyone. Now that we have learned about the modal verbs, the nouns, and the adverbs, let's have some fun activities to check our understanding. So the activity 1, the title is Identify Me. So the direction is identify whether the underlined word is a modal verb, a noun, and the adverb. So let's look at each sentence. Number 1, I can play basketball. So the word can is what the answer? Modal verb because it shows the ability. Number 2, the teacher checked our work. So the word teacher is, what is the answer? Noun because it names a person. Number 3, she answered carefully. The word carefully is what is the answer? Adverb because it tells how she answered. Number 4, we must wear our uniforms. The word must is a modal verb because it shows the obligation or something that is necessary. Number 5, the dog barked loudly. So the word loudly is a adverb because it tells us how the dog barked. Now, great job. Activity, let us first answer a few questions that me, the teacher, asks you and to check what we have learned today. So, number 1 questions. What are the modal verbs? Any volunteer to answer these questions? Yes, you. Okay, very good. So again, the modal verbs are the helping verbs that show the ability to ask permissions or advice. So the next one is, what do modal verbs express? Okay, yes, you. Okay, very good. So they express what a person can do, should do, or must do. So, how about what are nouns? Okay, yes. Very good. So the nouns are the words that name a person, the place, thing, or the idea. How about what are the 4 categories of the nouns discussed today? Did you still remember? Okay. Dear Mercedes student, can you answer that? Okay. So the 4 categories are the person, place, thing, and idea. Okay, very good. So what do adverbs describe? Anyone who can answer these questions? Very good. Exactly. So the adverbs describe verbs, adjectives, or other adverbs, and it can tell us how, when, or where something happens. So another question. So what are the 3 types of adverbs? Any volunteer? Okay, yes, you. Very good. So the 3 types of adverbs are the adverb of manner, adverb of time, and adverbs of place. So the next questions. How can you differentiate, students, the modal verbs, the nouns, and the adverbs? So any volunteer? Okay, yes, you. So exactly, the modal verbs help the main verb, and the name noun name people, the places, the things, or the ideas. So you said that adverbs describe the action and tell us how and when. Exactly. And now that you learn about the three category, which is the modal verbs, the adverbs and the nouns. Now, move on to another activity. Did you like the one that we made? Okay, now let's add another activity. So the direction for this is you need to identify whether the highlighted word is a modal verb, a noun, or the adverb. So we can write MV for modal verb, N for noun, and A for adverb. Now, let us first look at the words that belongs to a modal verbs. So number 1, I can help my parents. So the answer is, everybody, modal verb, because can is an example of a word for their ability. Number 2, the classroom is clean. The answer is, everybody, noun, because what? It is naming a thing. Number 3, she speaks softly. What is the answer? Okay, is a an adverb because softly tell us how she speaks. Number 4, we must follow the classroom rules. So the answer is, everybody, MV, because must is a modal verb. Number 5, the teacher explained the lesson. The answer is N, because teacher is a noun. Number 6, the children played outside. The answer is an adverb because outside tells where they played. Okay, for the number 7, may I call on student? Okay, you should finish your homework. So the answer is MV because should is a modal verb. So number 8, the dog barks loudly. And the highlighted word is dog. What is the answer? A noun. Very good. So it tells us the name of a animal. Number 9, we met yesterday. The answer is adverb because yesterday tells when they met. And last number is number 10. They may join the activity. The answer is, everyone, MV because may is a modal verb. So wonderful job, everyone. So today we learned how to identify the modal verbs, the nouns, and the adverbs. So remember, modal verb help the verb, noun and help the verb, and noun names people, place, things, or the ideas, and the adverb tell us how, when, or where an action happens. So thank you for listening once again. I am Unica Mikada Di Pamintuan, and I hope you enjoy our lessons and have a great day, everyone.